To understand what happened that night, when my grandmother and I saw that alien, gray alien, when I was 8 years old, you have to understand the layout, okay? My grandmother and I were watching The Simpsons, pointed at a 45-degree angle to the right, sitting on the couch, facing this way, watching the big box television in the corner. Looking this way, my grandmother's bedroom was on this side, leading into a hall that went deep down into the master bedroom, my dad's bedroom, and there was a washing machine and dryer back there. 2 lights in the hall. One was on, one was not. The closest one was on. I'm looking this way at about, could have been a 45-degree angle this way at the television, watching The Simpsons. Out of my peripheral vision, I sensed a white blur or motion, whitish motion. So I looked, about exactly a second. I mean, like, as soon as I looked, bam, it was like this. And then it moved. And it ran out of my grandmother's bedroom, down the hall with this gate. It's like it was throwing its arms, like it was trying to fly. But from the looks of it, it was such a lightweight creature, and its arms were so long. I guess that's how they have them. I don't know, but I'll never forget it. And I remember the ribs. I remember the head from front to back being extremely shallow. The ribs larger diameter than ours, and kind of stick out at the bottom. If you've ever seen a human that is bird-chested, that creature was bird-chested, with more spacing between the ribs, and only 3 or 4 ribs. Had the body composition of a starving Ethiopian child, and dingy white, in the same way that if you look at your elbow skin, is pinker and wrinklier than the rest of your skin because there's more wear on it. These creatures, in the same way, instead of being pink, were dingy gray in those areas. There were no sexual organs. It wasn't wearing any clothing, which is clearly not indicative of a advanced species, technologically advanced species. This is one of 100 reasons why I feel like these creatures don't deserve as much credit as we give them. One of the first things that you associate with a technologically advanced society is clothing. I saw no technology on this creature, and they're not robots. They're not cyborgs. No one would build a cyborg like in this image. No, go out of your way to make it look biological. It's looks more biological than humans, even just because it looks so emaciated. You could see the striations and blood vessels, and just as opposed to like a normal American fat person that doesn't have all the, isn't that ripped. Ran down the hall out of my grandmother's bedroom, and it disappeared into the darkness, sort of. Lost track of it. And then my dad, of course, came out from the other side of the house after my grandmother tried to claim that it was my dad, but no one would even consider that. My dad comes from the other side of the house with a freshly microwaved bowl of grits. My grandmother tried to stop him, but he basically told her she was crazy and went on back there. And clearly he was fine. I guess the alien did, in fact, beam himself up.